Hello everyone, my name is Joshua Breestalker, and the topic I will talk about is how you can do STP in the market. As the title says, STP stands for Segmentating, Targeting, and Positioning. This process is used to explain the steps a business takes to see if they want to enter into a market. There are markets everywhere, but companies aren't going to sell to everyone in every market. They need to target who the customer base will be. So let's see how these companies will use the STP process to decide what market to enter. The first step is segmentation, which is dividing a market into much smaller markets. There are many different types of segmentation, such as effective segmentation. Effective segmentation is trying to figure out if it is worth it to go to a certain market. An example of this would be putting a Walmart in a town of 200 people. It just doesn't make sense for Walmart to do that due to such a small population. There is also geographic segmentation, which divides customers based on their location, such as region or climate, depending on the product. An example of this would be putting a snowmobile dealership in Florida. This wouldn't make sense due to our climate. We don't have snow. There is also demographic segmentation, which divides people based on things such as education, homes, income, or social class. An example of this would be putting a Porsche dealership in an area where the income is in excess of $100,000. It makes sense because people there can actually afford the car. Next is psychographic segmentation, which focuses on activities or opinions, which is helpful for most products. Lastly is behavioral segmentation. This looks at similarities between groups and ages and the usage that they will have with the product. Our next topic is the T in STP, which stands for target. Target marketing takes a look at a market and decides which market will have the most return on their investment. The entire concept is based on 3 steps, which are analyze market segments, develop profiles on each potential target market, and select target marketing approach. Each step can be broken down into a small, more focused area. For analyze market segments, you look at the size and potential growth the market will have in the future. After you figure out if there is competitive forces, which depending on the market may have such high barriers of entries, it's not worth it to get into that market. If you are able to get into the market, the last step is just strategic fit, which sees if your product would even do well in that market that you're trying to get into. The third step, select target market approach, looks at undifferentiated target marketing. This just looks at the overall mass market. Then differentiating target marketing sets your firm apart from others, anything from technology to leadership. Concentrated target marketing is a more focus-based way of targeting. Basically, a firm takes over a small market and just dominates that one area. The last option is customized marketing. Custom marketing focuses on each and every customer. It's more building a bond than just selling a product. I think custom marketing is probably the best marketing out there because most customers appreciate when a company actually cares about them and just not the sale. The final part of STP is positioning. Positioning is communicating one or more sources of value to customers and ways to connect needs and wants. Positioning is broken down into how and when to take over an area. This can be seen in things such as perceptual maps. This map looks at products and perceptions of your company and competitors. It compares the two and sees what people are saying the brand is. There's also sources of differing differentiation, which is a product that is unique compared to all the others on the market. When something is unique, people are generally willing to pay a premium. Lastly, there is positioning areas. A positioning area is when people are confused between two brands. There's no distinction of that brand, so people have no reason to switch and try out the other one. If there's nothing that makes you unique, people are going to probably just keep sticking on whatever product they've been using for the last couple of years. How can you do segmentating, targeting, and positioning? Well, if you ever own a company, these are the vital steps you're going to need to take in order to know what market to launch your product in. If all these steps are followed, you're probably going to find out the best market that your product can be sold in and really maximize on your investment. References, the book, 2 websites. Okay. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it.